Hello, Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. As you can see, it is Wednesday, and so it's junk journal day. This is junk journal that I made over the Christmas holidays. Christmas holidays to me, as somebody who was a teacher for 10 years and a parent of school children for a really long time, that's always like the 2 weeks of Christmas. So that's about how long it took to make this. I mean, I didn't work on it solidly for 2 weeks. So I've used a digital kit for the very first time in making this. It was something I wanted to try out and see how I liked it. And I wanted to use this lovely thick fabric. It's like it reminds me of Mary Poppins carpet bag. And it's really, really thick. And so it did cause me a few sort of, ooh, how do I add it? So I ended up adding it to a piece of card and then did a second piece of card. And I did it the same size, which was a mistake because it is overlapped a bit. So I've made mistakes, but you know, hey ho. I've got some metal corners. I got those for Christmas. That was quite exciting. And then and sort of a book plate. I also got hinges and clasps. Really nice. So I wanted to just do something simple on the front because I thought this fabric was lovely. I've added a few charms, and there's some charms down some of the pages as well, which is a first for me, with some bulb clips that I also got for Christmas. So it's just a simple piece of lace. The lace goes all the way around between the two layers of card. And I've used Artie May's Vintage Days on this. First digital kit I bought, and I really liked it because it had so many different elements in it, which I thought would be useful for lots of things. So it's 2 layers of cardstock. It's really quite thick card, and I've just covered the inside with tea-dyed paper, and I added a pocket here, and I just collaged lots of little elements from this digital kit there to give it some interest, and I did the same on the back, and then they're just folded under for security. There's quite a lot of pages in here. I did count them and now I've completely forgotten. I think it's about 60-70 pages front and back. Now they're all sort of A4 folded in half, and so I added to the front and back one this bit of ribbon where it's like a twill cotton really, to make the front and back pages kind of even with everything else. I don't cut them down, so they end up that the middle gets further in. So each of these digital sheets were printed on a slightly thicker paper than the tea-dyed paper. So it's these images sheets that I've added pockets to. I tea-dyed the other side of each of the sheets by just brushing it on with like a paintbrush, rather than submerge it because the ink would have run on the other side. So on this one I've created a pocket page with one of the sheets in the digital kit, and I just sort of folded it to create these 3 pockets. So there's 2 diagonal ones and then a one on the back from how I've folded it, well, stuck it rather, and I just covered the middle section with a dictionary page there, and I've stenciled, and that stencil is a Stampin' Up stencil, and it kind of matches the pattern there, so I quite like that. So I've just backed everything with tea-dyed paper. So that's one of the big tags. I printed it on both sides, and then I've just added a few little elements. I've decorated every one of the tags with tea-dyed cheesecloth. And here I did a collage sheet with the images, and I created about 6 tags, and then just added some of these smaller elements there. And then that was just one of the double journaling cards that she does, and I just shrunk it down and then just folded it in half and stuck it. Very simple. And then that's one of the tab tops doily there. And then I used a piece of dyed paper that I've dyed with doilies on, and this is from the old design shop. So there's a few bits of vintage documents that are from the old design shop. Some old school book which is stenciled, some stenciling there. I did get some Tim Holtz stencils for Christmas. So this is a little bag I created, and I took one of the double pages and I printed them to a page, and then I did the went over it with wax, so it's sort of faux vellum, although it's slightly thicker paper than the normal thin copier paper, so it's not as good, but it's good. So this was just I printed this so it had some ledger paper on the back, and then I just copy dyed it in the middle, so a nice big journaling space. And then that's another bit from this sheet, it's that piece there, and I just created a tag and just sort of laid it up, and I pop it in this bag because there's a big space there with that over the top. Thought that was cute. So that's that. And then we've got another pocket here, and so that's a pocket that's got tabs in, so that you go right up to the edges with it. And I've just put one of the adverts there, and then that creates another little pocket there. Very simple. Another bit of vintage copied ephemera there, which has just been grunged up. And then I created these tags. I just decorated them all with an extra little pocket to put one of the little mini tags on, which I thought was cute, so I did about 6 of those. That's some vintage encyclopedia. This is a book I've got with English garden flowers, and I coffee dyed it, and I'm quite pleased how that came out. And then that stencil there I thought went really well with the freesias, aren't they? Are they? Oh, don't know. Again, I've used that stencil there to mimic that. It could have a paper clip, but I haven't done one. And then I just simply took some coffee dyed paper. It's Yvonne Preston. She does that a lot. I quite liked it, so I nicked that idea. Thank you, Yvonne. And again, that matches really well, I think. It's a vintage music paper, some old school book there, and some more dyed paper. And here is my first altered envelope. So this was a brown envelope, and I sort of used gesso, and I've used a paper napkin and lots of stamping. And this is a square that I die cut a square out the middle and added a bit of vellum there, and if you see, the vellum's got letters and that on it. And this was just one of Artie Maze's. I just made a really simple tag, another little pocket there, tag the same. They were really quite quick, these ones. And that's another one of my collaged tags that I did. There's another. There is so I just put eyelets with these bulb clips, and then these are my dangly bits, trinkets which I dyed. They were really bright gold and I dyed them with some alcohol inks. There's a stripper ticket that I just turned into a belly band. That's just stuck onto card with some cheesecloth behind. I shrunk one of the envelopes, well, several in fact, and again this has been treated with wax to create this sort of vellumy thing, and that's just a bit of vintage check. Goes in there quite nicely. And that's a big receipt from the old design shop, and I just folded it up to an envelope shape just to be a bit different. This is 3 separate pockets that have been folded to form these diagonal pockets. So there's another bit of vintage ephemera there for journaling. So it stops there, and like that one stops there, and that one goes to the bottom. So they're shallow pockets. This is a tag literally made out of a dictionary page, folded in half and half again, and then just layered up some pictures to make a simple tag there. I was just playing and I quite liked it. Another one of those double journaling cards. I'm gonna have to stop a minute, I've got to sit down. Oh, sorry about that. It was a combination of standing up and talking I found quite difficult. I've been a bit poorly and I'm just beginning to feel a bit better. So yeah, so just lots of things from the kit, all of them backed on coffee dyed paper. There's a couple of tickets, that's from one of Artie Maze's ephemera kits, and I just made that into a little pocket, and that's just a little check from, I think, the old design shop. So this is the middle signature, and I've put a few of my little danglies on there. I've got, this is waxed thread. I got a bookbinding kit for Christmas, so quite like that. That's the other side of that envelope. So that's another one of those little ones with wax. This one's been waxed as well, and I just put a little one of Artie Maze's things in there. Put a little bit of washi tape over there because I pressed too hard when I scored it. So that's the other side of the envelope, which says gessoed and used a napkin. That's the window. I replaced the window with some of that vellum there. You can see there all the designs on it. And then I just added a few Artie Maze freebies on there. And that's another one of the collaged tags that I made. Some more stenciling there. And just a bit of schoolbook paper. Some vintage. I love the colour of this. I didn't change it, that's what colour it is. That's one of the pockets that's in the kit, and there's another one of those tags that I made with pockets on the top. Another one of my ball clips. Just a doily, bit of stenciling. I do like it. I do sometimes fold my paper when I tea and coffee dye. I do like that effect. That's the other side of that book page. Vintage encyclopedia. And then these are these pockets Artie Maze does, sort of 3 in a row. And the tags, I'm not sure if I cut them down to 2 inches. And I've got a Stampin' Up punch that it just cuts the top there, and I quite like the design of that one. I think that's quite vintage looking. So I just made 3 tags. That one I sewed round. Some I sewed, some I didn't. Depended how I felt. And then I have left some of the pages. I might add embellishments to them. Eventually, that's the other side of that document. Another envelope. And I printed this double-sided. So this is sort of thicker, better quality presentation paper. And I didn't mean to leave it open, but actually I might leave it open. That gives a bit more scope for things. Didn't add any extra decoration because it's already quite decorated. And actually I think it's great when you're starting out and you haven't got much. I prefer to decorate myself, to be fair, although it does make it quicker. So I was just seeing how I felt about a digital kit. So that's just a little corner pocket. I just added those little tickets. Another bit of vintage ephemera there, a copy obviously that I've gunged up. Another one of the big tags. I just added just a couple of little bits to it. Another one of those. I just put lined paper on the inside. And one of those, they call them cabinet cards. And that's the end. So that is my book. I really enjoyed making it. I've got enough to make 2 more with what I just printed the whole kit off. So I can make 2 more like this. So I'm going to put the others together. And whilst I put it together, I'll show you how I made all the different elements in it. I'll do tutorials for those. Right, maybe pop envelope there. On one of them I've got a brown paper bag from Boots. So yeah, I'll show you how I did all the things, and I'll do a different cover I think on the next one. Okay, thank you for joining me, and I hope you like it. Let me know, give me a thumbs up, and do subscribe. Junk journaling is on a Wednesday. The rest of the week is other crafting. Okay, bye for now.